So, today, if you can't tell from the title, we are talking about some stuff out of SDCC, or as most people know it as San Diego Comic-Con. Now, here's the thing about all of this. I have like 8 videos planned, and I'm not going to post 2 videos a day, so I'm going to spread it out over in the next week or so. Also, I'm very late to this since it's Wednesday, and I'm probably not putting a video until Thursday, so a little weird for me, but that's okay. And 2, I'm using a different camera stand, so it's a little higher, a little more free will, and I think I like it. And number 3, I'm actually filming this in the morning for the first time. It's the afternoon, but we'll pretend like it's morning. And so that's why there's Holy Jesus back here, and just pure white nothingness. So, yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna start off with not the end of the videos. The end of the 8 videos are gonna be really important stuff to me. Really things that kind of affect me a lot, right? Things I really like. And then the first few beginning videos are gonna be me talking about things that I'm just interested in and that I wanted to talk about. So, I'm like a news reporter right now, and I have a nice little script that, it's a kind of script. I'm not going to completely go off of it, but it is there because I will need help to remember everything I want to talk about. Anyway, so we're going to start off with, Kingsman, the Secret Circle, Golden Circle. I said Secret Circle. Yeah, because the first movie's Secret Service, and I said Secret Circle. Anyways, Kingsman, the Golden Circle is coming out in a little bit, and I love the first one, and it was pretty good, and you should check it out. But most of the people from the original cast are returning, as in Taron Egerton and Jeff Bridges, and was Jeff Bridges in the last one? I don't remember. Okay. The main 3 guys in the first one are returning for this one. And then they're also bringing in like Halle Berry and Channing Tatum and all those guys. And it's basically Kingsman, the Secret Service kind of blew up, got destroyed, and then Taron's like, or Eggsy shall I say, is like, oh, I should probably go to America, see how they're doing. And then, yeah, and that's basically the movie, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit, just because a new trailer came out, Red Band trailer, and also there was a nice little, little cartoon thing with the Archer, which was pretty great. And I've liked Kingsman, the first movie. I've never really watched the movie, but I suppose I never really watched the movie. Did I just say that? I never really read the comic, so I don't know if the comic's good, but from the movie it's really good. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go check that out, maybe do a nice little review on it, and that's about it about the Golden Circle, because that's really it. Love Taron. Taron's great. Taron's amazing. I love Taron. Taron Egerton, best British guy. I mean, Tom Holland's there too, and Andrew Garfield. But Taron Egerton. Now, let's go to the next thing. So, a little Pacific Rim 2 teaser trailer came out. And, of course, this one's going to be called Pacific Rim Uprising. And if you don't watch the first Pacific Rim, you should, because it was a pretty decent movie. Now, the main guy from Pacific Rim will not be in this movie. Charlie something? Charlie Hunnam. There you go. Charlie Hunnam will not be back to play his lead character, being that there was some schedule conflicts and all that. So he will not be back for the second one, even though he was like a really big character, and I shipped him and the girl, and not going to see that romance progress, but whatever. So the rest of the cast, I believe, is coming, and guess who's joining them? John Boyega. I love John Boyega. Who doesn't love John Boyega? He's amazing. Now, John Boyega, if you don't remember, is Star Wars. As in the new Star Wars, he plays Finn. Now, I knew him even before that, because I knew him before he was famous. And the first movie I ever watched with him was from Attack the Block. and that movie came out a little bit ago, and I really enjoyed that one, so definitely go check that out if you're a John Boyega fan, because Attack the Block is real good. Real good. So basically the teaser was like John Boyega being like, join the uprising, and then it shows some of the mechs, and yeah, that's about it. But I'm excited for the second one just because I do love Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is pretty good, and yeah. So let's go to the next topic. Next topic I wanted to talk about was Spawn. Spawn, if you don't know, is Marvel. I think Marvel superhero. Think Marvel. Don't quote me on that. But Spawn had a movie a little bit ago. I don't know when the movie was, but it's on Netflix right now. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out. But they're rebooting Spawn. Because why not? Because Spawn, the first one, was a real pretty decent movie, and so they're gonna reboot it. And yeah, it's in the works. It was talked about a little bit in Comic-Con, and yeah, I'm kind of excited. Spawn is basically a dude, and I think his family dies, and then he wants to go get revenge, and then the devil's like, sure, dude, give you like a Venom symbiote type of thing, and then he goes and, kills the people that that murdered his family. So yeah, that's Spawn. It's a little on the dark side, compared to like, Marvel MCU happy-go-luckiness, kind of. Marvel's kind of happy-go-lucky. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it is. But yeah, so it's gonna get rebooted, and go check that the new one out on Netflix. It's not the new one, but like the old one is out on Netflix. It's new on Netflix. Yeah. So the last thing we're gonna talk about is Ready Player One. Now, this book I read a long time ago, long time ago, and it's basically this dude is in like a future world, and there's like this real rich dude. Well, I don't think he was rich, but he got rich because he created like a huge VR thing, and my dog is doing all the things right now. Hey, dog, Nico. Thank you. So, basically, the rich dude is like, I'm dead, and I'm gonna put my money in the VR, and if you find the treasure, you get the VR system, and you get the money, and you get all of the riches. And so the main character of this book is like, sweet dude. Sweet dude. And also the VR big boss dude is like super nerdy, so he has a bunch of nerdy references everywhere, and that's kind of how you gotta find the treasure, is to figure, know everything nerdy. And there's a big giant like book in the book that's like talking about his life and all the nerdy things that he's in love with. So the main character kind of knows everything about the main dude and tries to go find the treasure. So, yeah. And what I wanted to specifically talk about the trailer, which was interesting, the trailer is really different from the book. Like, already you can tell how different it is. In the trailer, there is a car chase, which never happens in the book. There's never a car chase. So, they're probably going to take a real turn in the movie from the book. You get it? Turn? Ha? Because driving? Ha ha ha. Punny, punny, punny. But I wanted to give a little, some of the Easter eggs that were in the trailer that I noticed, and then some other people noticed, and I wrote them all down. So at the beginning of the trailer, as soon as the main guy goes into the VR world, you can see Harley Quinn and Deadshot walk through. So that was pretty cool. Iron Giant's in there too, which is interesting because Iron Giant is not in the book. But there are other mechs and stuff in the book, and I'm just assuming that they couldn't get the rights to the mechs that were actually in the book, so they chose to go with Iron Giant, which is pretty sweet. And then, of course, there's Back to the Future. DeLorean's in there, because you can't have a nerdy movie without Back to the Future stuff. And then, if you hear the music in the trailer, it's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which is really interesting. And then, there's a one, like, little, like, fight scene, and there's, like, the scorpions coming, and that's from a game. Yeah, that's from a game that I don't know, I think. And then, Freddy Krueger gets slashed, gets ripped apart. very interesting. He jumps up and then gets, you know, kind of killed, so that was interesting. And then also in the little back in that same scene is Duke Nukem. So it's, you know, filled with nerdy goodies from the 90s, 80s, 70s, and, you know, probably some future stuff like Harley Quinn and Deadshot are kind of, they're from the past, but they're also new because of Suicide Squad, so it's gonna be all over. Alright, sorry about that. My battery died because I'm a horrible person, and also I moved the tripod a little bit, so it might be a little bit off, and I'm hoping it's not. I can't tell if the camera's straight or not, so it might be crooked a little bit, but that's okay. That's fine. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, so, you know, all the nerdy references will be all over the place from 21st century to 20th century. So that's going to be pretty cool. And if you know your nerdy stuff, you'll probably enjoy this movie. And also, I would definitely read the book. The book's pretty cool. I was forced to read the book for school, but it was a really good book, and I really enjoyed it because I'm nerdy, and I was like, oh my god, all this stuff. There was Star Trek stuff, and that was pretty cool for me, and all that stuff. And the one thing I have issues with in the movie, I'm gonna come out and say it, is that, the main character is supposed to be fat. He's supposed to be fat and a nerd and all that stuff, but the guy they casted was not fat at all. So, don't know how I feel about that, but, what are you gonna do, right? So, it is what it is. And, yeah, I think that's gonna do it, and all I gotta talk about from San Diego Comic-Con, so far. This is basically all the miscellaneous stuff, you know, that I didn't think that could fit into over one, you know, more than one video, so I decided to put them all together. And yeah, hope you dudes did enjoy. Don't forget the subscribe button with your pulsar blast to become part of the AU Avengers Unlimited, and hit that like button with your master sword. Anyways, I also wanted to say that I decided on my camera that you're not supposed to put the ISO over 1,000. You're supposed to keep it under 1,000. But I have it over 1,000. The reason being is that, firstly, you're not supposed to put it over 1,000 because it gets really grainy, but then also, my content, you know, I'm not that big of a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber at all. I just like making videos, and I thought, you know, it looks good. There's just a lot of grain in the back, so I thought that was, you know, for me being small, it's fine, for now at least, and in the future I will, you know, make a better set, you know, have lights and stuff like that, so I don't have to worry about what the ISO is at this moment in time. Yeah. Comment down below what you guys liked at San Diego Comic-Con. Did you like anything I talked about? What are your feelings on all these teasers and trailers and all this stuff from Comic-Con? The one place I want to go someday. It's on my bucket list. And we'll see if I go, but we don't know yet. So, yeah. See you dudes later. Bye!